The humans of Earth had always been underestimated by the galaxy. Their ships, relics preserved from a time long past, were considered museum pieces, barely capable of basic space travel. The alien fleets that watched them from afar laughed openly at the humans' so-called defenses. Among the humans, Captain Hannah stood quietly on the bridge of one of the oldest ships, her eyes scanning the stars. She was calm, confident, and aware that the aliens had no idea what humans were truly capable of. Hannah turned to her first officer, Jiho, a young man with sharp eyes and a steady hand. "Keep the sensors on full alert," she said softly. "They are coming, and they will not believe what they find." Jiho nodded, understanding without question. Every human aboard the museum ships knew their true power was hidden, and the aliens would be shocked when it was revealed. Meanwhile, in the distant Galaxy Council, the alien leaders continued to mock the humans. Admiral Kale, a tall figure with a sharp, commanding presence, pointed at the holographic display showing the Earth fleet. "These ships are relics," he said with a sneer. "They cannot even defend themselves. The humans are foolish to send such weak vessels into space. We will show them their place." Around him, other council members nodded, sharing his amusement. No one doubted that the humans would be easily defeated. Back on Earth, the crew of the museum ships worked quietly but efficiently. Lieutenant June, a talented engineer, moved through the corridors checking each ship's systems. He had spent years upgrading the relics in secret, adding technology that even the Galaxy Council did not know existed. "All systems are ready," he reported to Hannah. "The ships may look old, but their power is unmatched when activated." Hannah smiled faintly. "Good. We will need every advantage." As the alien fleet approached, the humans did not panic. They had anticipated this moment for decades, preparing quietly while the galaxy underestimated them. On the bridge, Hannah watched the approaching ships with steady eyes. She could see the arrogance in the aliens' formation, their movements confident and careless. They believed they had already won. Jiho pointed to the main screen. "They're moving into attack range," he said. "They still think we are defenseless." Hannah nodded. "Let them think that. We will strike when the moment is right." The crew around them worked with silent determination, checking weapons and shields that appeared dormant but were primed for the coming battle. Every human aboard the museum ships knew the value of patience. The aliens, confident in their superiority, began to send messages mocking the humans. "Your fleet is nothing but museum pieces," Admiral Kale's voice boomed across space. "You should surrender before we destroy you completely." Hannah listened, calm and unshaken. "They are arrogant," she said softly, "but that will be their downfall." Jiho glanced at her, sensing the calm strength that guided the human fleet. He knew that their enemies had no idea what was coming. In the corridors, engineers and crew continued their work, ensuring that every relic ship was ready. Old machinery hummed with hidden energy, weapons hidden behind centuries of careful preservation waiting for the command to awaken. Hannah walked past them, observing with pride. These ships were not just relics. They were symbols of human ingenuity and resilience. A sudden alert on the bridge caught everyone's attention. "Multiple alien vessels entering our projected trajectory," Jiho said. Hannah's eyes narrowed. "Let them come closer," she commanded. "We will not reveal our true strength too soon." The crew adjusted their positions, readying the ships for the moment when the hidden powers of the museum vessels would be unleashed. Meanwhile, Admiral Kale continued to mock the humans. "They are slow," he said to his officers. "Their ships will be nothing more than floating tombs when we strike. Prepare the fleet for attack." Confidence radiated from him, and his officers followed without question. None of them suspected the humans had prepared a trap. On Earth, the humans continued to coordinate silently. Communications were sent between ships, updating positions and energy levels, all while maintaining the facade of weakness. Captain Hannah knew that timing would be everything. The aliens would advance, thinking they were in control, and that moment of overconfidence would give the humans the advantage they needed. Lieutenant June moved to one of the oldest ships, checking the core systems. Ancient symbols etched into the ship's hull glowed faintly as hidden energy sources activated. "Ready, Captain," he reported over the comms. Hannah nodded. The relic ships, long thought to be museum pieces, were now prepared to defend Earth in ways the galaxy had never imagined. As the alien fleet drew closer, tension built in the human command center. The crew remained focused, their faces calm but alert. They knew that in mere moments, the galaxy's perception of humanity would change forever. Hannah stood at the center, her eyes fixed on the approaching invaders. She felt the weight of her responsibility but also the quiet confidence that came from knowing humans were ready. The alien fleet opened fire, confident in their superiority. Lasers and energy pulses streaked across space toward the seemingly defenseless museum ships. Hannah gave a subtle command, and the relic ships shifted, revealing hidden shields that absorbed the attacks effortlessly. The aliens were momentarily stunned. Jiho activated the first wave of hidden weapons, energy beams emerging from the ancient ships. The aliens had expected nothing, and now their confidence began to falter. Hannah coordinated the strike, targeting key enemy vessels with precision. The human fleet, underestimated for so long, moved with strategy and speed that the alien forces could not match. In the council chambers, the alien leaders could not believe what they were seeing. Their arrogance had led them to underestimate the humans completely. Ships they thought were ancient and powerless now moved with deadly efficiency. Admiral Kale struggled to comprehend the sudden change in battle dynamics. "Impossible," he muttered. "These are just museum ships." On the human side, victory was not yet assured, but hope surged through the crew. They had prepared for this moment for generations, and now they were showing the galaxy the true strength of Earth and its people. Hannah watched the unfolding battle with a sense of quiet pride. The humans had been mocked and dismissed, but soon the invaders would learn the cost of underestimating them. As the relic ships continued their assault, the alien fleet began to retreat in disarray. The humans did not give chase recklessly, instead using their superior knowledge and technology to control the battlefield. Each move was calculated, ensuring that every advantage was maximized. In the quiet moments between attacks, Hannah looked at her crew and nodded. "We have only begun," she said. "The galaxy will remember this day." Jiho and the other officers understood. Humanity had faced ridicule and doubt, but their patience, ingenuity, and courage had allowed them to turn the tables. The museum ships were no longer symbols of the past. They were heralds of Earth's strength and resilience. The aliens, stunned and defeated, began to retreat to their territory, nursing their losses and reevaluating their assumptions about humanity. On Earth, the human fleet returned to orbit, shields and weapons still active but now in a state of watchful readiness. The museum ships, once mocked and dismissed, had proven their worth. Captain Hannah stood on the bridge, looking out at the stars. She knew this was just the beginning. The humans had defended their home and sent a clear message to the galaxy. Underestimate them at your own peril. The crew around her shared a quiet sense of triumph. They had endured ridicule, prepared in secret, and now the universe had seen the true strength of humanity. The day ended with the humans victorious, their relic ships intact and ready for whatever came next. The aliens had learned a harsh lesson. Mocking Earth and its fleet was a mistake they would never forget. For the humans, this victory was more than just a battle. It was proof that patience, ingenuity, and courage could overcome even the most arrogant of foes. And in the quiet corners of the museum ships, the hidden powers that had remained dormant for centuries now stood as a testament to human resilience. The galaxy would never underestimate Earth again. The humans watched the alien fleet approach from their positions around Earth. Captain Hannah stood on the bridge of her ship, her hands resting lightly on the console, as she observed the massive vessels moving closer. The aliens still thought the museum ships were harmless old relics with no real power. Hannah allowed herself a small smile. They were wrong, and soon they would learn the true strength hidden within the ancient hulls. Lieutenant June moved through the corridors, checking the energy levels of each ship. The relics were no longer simple museum pieces. Inside, hidden engines and weapon systems had been carefully maintained and upgraded over the years. The humans had spent decades preparing for this moment, and every detail was now ready for activation. "Everything is stable," June reported over the comms. "We are ready for whatever they bring." Hannah nodded, her eyes never leaving the approaching alien ships. "Keep the fleet in position," she said. "Do not engage yet. Let them think they are in control. We will strike when the time is right." Around her, the crew worked with calm efficiency. They had trained for this, and they trusted in their leader's judgment. In the alien council, Admiral Kale was becoming more impatient. "Move forward," he ordered. "The humans will surrender once they see our strength. We do not need to waste time. Prepare the fleet for attack." His officers nodded, confident that the humans would be no match for their advanced weapons and massive ships. They laughed quietly, underestimating the humans completely. Back on Earth's fleet, Hannah called a meeting with her officers. Among them were Mincio, the communications officer, and Sung-ho, the tactical advisor. "The aliens are arrogant," Hannah said. "They believe we are weak. We will use that to our advantage. Our ships may look old, but they are far from defenseless. We must wait for the right moment to reveal our full power." Mincio nodded. "All signals are ready. We can coordinate the fleet silently. The aliens will not see our maneuvers until it is too late." Sung-ho added, "Their confidence will be their downfall. They do not understand our strategy, and they do not expect the hidden capabilities of these ships." Hannah looked at both officers with pride. Humanity had always relied on ingenuity and careful planning, and that would be their strength against this powerful enemy. As the alien fleet moved closer, the humans monitored every movement. Sensors detected ships breaking formation and minor adjustments in the alien tactics. Jiho, a young engineer responsible for the relics energy cores, reported, "Their fleet is approaching faster than expected, but all our systems are fully operational. Shields are stable and weapons are primed." Hannah gave a small nod. "Good. Patience is our ally." The aliens continued to broadcast messages of mockery. "Your fleet is outdated and weak," Admiral Kale said over space frequencies. "Surrender now, and we may show mercy." The humans did not respond. They knew that showing fear or weakness would only encourage the enemy. Instead, they focused on preparation and coordination. Every crew member understood the plan and their role in the coming battle. Inside one of the oldest ships, June activated hidden weapon channels. The ancient ships hummed with new life as energy built up within the cores. Systems that had remained dormant for centuries now powered up, ready to unleash devastating attacks. June checked each output, making sure that every weapon would fire accurately when the command was given. "All channels are green," he said to Hannah. "We are ready to defend our planet." Hannah walked through the corridors of the ship, observing the crew. Each person worked with focus and determination. She passed by Yuna, a young pilot, who was checking navigation systems, and Hae-in, a weapons specialist, who inspected the hidden turrets. Every human on the ship knew that the aliens were underestimating them, and they were prepared to prove their strength. The alien fleet continued its advance. Confidence radiated from every ship. Admiral Kale did not suspect the humans had any hidden abilities. "Prepare to fire on my command," he ordered. "This will be an easy victory." His officers readied the weapons, expecting no resistance. The humans, however, had already anticipated this moment. Every relic ship had been upgraded in secret, and now they waited for the perfect timing to strike. On the bridge of Hannah's ship, Jiho monitored the alien fleet's movements. "They are forming attack lines," he said. "They believe they are in a strong position." Hannah responded calmly. "Good. They are exactly where we want them. Prepare the first phase of our plan. We will begin by activating defensive shields to absorb their initial attack. Then, when they think we are weak, we will strike back with everything we have." The humans continued their silent preparations. Each ship adjusted its position, taking advantage of the terrain of space, asteroids, and energy currents. Mincio coordinated communications, sending signals to ensure every ship moved in harmony. The alien fleet, unaware of the human strategy, moved confidently into the trap set by Captain Hannah and her officers. Hours passed and the tension grew. The humans were calm, but their hearts raced with anticipation. Every sensor reading, every calculation, and every hidden weapon system had been prepared for this moment. The aliens remained arrogant, broadcasting their contempt across space, completely unaware of the storm that was about to descend upon them. Finally, the alien fleet reached the point where the humans had predicted. Hannah gave a subtle command, and the relic ships activated their shields, rendering the first wave of enemy attacks ineffective. The alien weapons struck with force, but the humans' defenses absorbed every blow. Confusion spread through the alien ranks as their confidence began to waver. Jiho and Sung-ho coordinated the counterattack. Hidden energy beams and advanced weaponry emerged from the museum ships, targeting the enemy with precision. The alien fleet was stunned. Ships they had considered ancient and weak now unleashed power they had never imagined. Hannah observed the chaos with satisfaction. The humans had turned the tide without firing a single unnecessary shot. On the alien side, Admiral Kale shouted orders, trying to regain control. "Retreat! Fall back! This cannot be happening!" But the human strategy was already in motion. Every attack was calculated, every movement planned. The alien fleet could not recover from the sudden and precise counterattacks. In the midst of the battle, Hannah communicated with her officers. "Maintain formation and continue pressure. Do not allow them to regroup. Show them the strength they dismissed for so long." The crew responded with determination, understanding that the humans' victory depended on discipline and coordination. As the alien fleet faltered, the humans pushed forward. Energy from the relic ship's cores surged, powering weapons that could disable multiple enemy vessels at once. Every attack struck with deadly accuracy, demonstrating the ingenuity and preparation of humanity. The aliens were no longer in control. They had underestimated the humans, and now they paid the price. Mincio monitored communications and reported, "They are breaking formation. Their command structure is failing." Hannah nodded. "Good. Continue the attack carefully. We must not lose focus. The battle is not over until every threat is neutralized." The humans' patience and strategy had allowed them to gain the upper hand, proving that even ancient ships could outmatch a powerful fleet when used wisely. As the aliens began to retreat, the humans maintained a careful distance, ensuring that their own fleet remained intact. The museum ships, once mocked and dismissed, had demonstrated their true power. Captain Hannah looked around at her crew, pride evident on her face. They had waited for this moment for years, and their preparation had paid off. In the aftermath of the first confrontation, the humans assessed the damage and replenished their energy reserves. Every crew member knew that the battle was far from over, but they had already proven that Earth would not be an easy target. The aliens had learned a harsh lesson. Underestimating humanity was a mistake that could not be repeated. Hannah walked along the bridge, observing her crew working diligently. Each person understood the importance of discipline, preparation, and courage. The relic ships, once considered museum pieces, now stood as symbols of human ingenuity and resilience. The galaxy would soon know that the humans of Earth were a force to be reckoned with, and that their patience and strategy could overcome even the most powerful enemies. The day ended with the human fleet intact and ready for the next phase of the battle. Captain Hannah stood on the bridge, looking out at the stars, confident that the humans were prepared for whatever challenges lay ahead. Lieutenant June and the other officers continued their work, ensuring that every ship remained in peak condition. The humans had proven their strength, but they knew the war was only beginning. The galaxy would soon learn to respect and fear the ingenuity of Earth. The alien fleet, confused and battered by the humans' hidden powers, began to regroup near the edge of the system. Captain Hannah observed the movements carefully from the bridge of her ship. Every sensor reading, every blip on the display was analyzed with precision. The aliens thought they had retreated safely, but Hannah knew better. This was the moment to test their strategy further. Lieutenant June walked along the corridor, checking the energy levels of the relic ships. The ancient vessels, now powered beyond their apparent age, hummed with latent energy. All systems are operational, he reported over the comms. Shields stable, weapons ready, and engines at full capacity. Hannah nodded. The humans had been underestimated for too long, and now their patience and preparation would pay off. On the alien side, Admiral Kale attempted to rally his officers. "We cannot allow these humans to defeat us with relic ships," he shouted. "Prepare for coordinated attacks. Strike their command ships first and break their formation." His officers scrambled to follow orders, but their confidence was shaken. The humans had already shown that they were capable of far more than anyone had imagined. Captain Hannah convened her officers on the bridge. Mincio, responsible for communications, and Sung-ho, tactical advisor, joined her. "They are trying to regroup," Hannah said. "We cannot allow them to regain confidence. We will strike carefully and with precision. The relic ships are ready to respond at the perfect moment." Mincio nodded, coordinating signals to ensure that every human ship moved in perfect harmony. The alien fleet launched a series of attacks, testing the humans' defenses. Energy beams and missiles streaked through space, aimed at the museum ships. Hannah's crew remained calm, activating hidden shields and energy deflectors. The aliens were surprised that their attacks had little effect. Every strike was absorbed, and the humans were prepared to counter. Jiho, monitoring the weapon systems, reported, "They are increasing their assault, but our systems are holding. We can respond now with targeted strikes." Hannah nodded. "Prepare the relic ships. Focus on key enemy vessels. Let them know that we are no longer the fleet they mocked." The crew worked in silence, their movements precise and practiced. They had waited for this moment for years. The humans launched a coordinated counterattack. Energy beams and hidden weapons emerged from the relic ships, striking enemy vessels with accuracy. The alien fleet had expected a slow, weak response, but instead, they faced a devastating and precise strike. Ships were disabled and forced to retreat as the humans demonstrated strategy and skill far beyond the aliens' expectations. Admiral Kale could hardly believe what was happening. "Impossible! These are relics!" he shouted. His officers were equally shocked, their confidence evaporating in the face of human precision and ingenuity. The aliens began to lose control of their formations, each attack from the humans creating chaos in their ranks. On the human side, Captain Hannah remained focused. "Do not overextend," she instructed. "Keep the pressure on, but protect the fleet. Every ship counts." Lieutenant Jun and Sung-ho coordinated the attacks, ensuring that each strike was effective and that no human ship was exposed. The aliens' arrogance had led them into a trap, and the humans were exploiting it perfectly. As the battle continued, minor skirmishes broke out across the system. Young pilots like Yuna and Haein navigated through debris and energy currents, striking at isolated enemy vessels. Engineers in the corridors worked tirelessly to maintain the power of the relic ships, ensuring that weapons and shields functioned at maximum efficiency. The humans' preparation and coordination were unmatched. The aliens attempted to retreat and regroup once more, but the humans anticipated their movements. Captain Hannah directed the fleet with precision, cutting off escape routes and targeting command ships. Every action was calculated, every movement designed to destabilize the enemy. The alien fleet was forced into a defensive stance, unable to coordinate effectively. Mincio reported, "The enemy command ships are in disarray. Their communication lines are disrupted." Hannah responded calmly, "Good. Keep them from reorganizing. We must show that Earth's fleet is not just surviving, but dominating." The humans' confidence grew, matched by their discipline. Every crew member understood the importance of timing and strategy. In the alien council, panic began to spread. Admiral Kale realized that their underestimation of humans had been a grave mistake. "We must retreat and report this to the council," he said. "They are far stronger than we imagined." His officers reluctantly followed, knowing that continuing the fight would result in greater losses. The humans had proven that they could control the battlefield. Captain Hannah allowed the humans to maintain pressure, ensuring that the aliens could not escape completely. The relic ships, once dismissed as museum pieces, were now formidable weapons. Every move of the humans was precise, showing strategy, intelligence, and unity. The aliens were forced to accept that the humans had turned the tide of the confrontation. As the alien fleet retreated, the humans assessed the situation. Damage was minimal on their side, and the relic ships remained fully operational. Captain Hannah walked through the bridge, observing her crew. Each person had performed flawlessly, demonstrating courage and skill. The humans had proven that their ingenuity and preparation could overcome even the most powerful adversaries. Lieutenant June checked the energy cores one last time. All systems stable. The ships are ready for the next engagement. Hannah nodded, her expression calm but determined. We have shown them our strength, but the war is not over. The galaxy will soon learn that humans are not to be underestimated. The crew understood the gravity of the statement, their pride in humanity evident in their quiet determination. In the corridors, engineers and pilots continued to work, maintaining the fleet and preparing for future attacks. The relic ships, now more than simple historical artifacts, were living symbols of human resilience. Every crew member knew that they had participated in a battle that would be remembered across the galaxy. As the day ended, Captain Hannah stood on the observation deck, looking at the stars. The humans had successfully repelled the alien assault and demonstrated their strength. Lieutenant June joined her, nodding quietly. We have done well, he said. Hannah smiled slightly. Yes, but this is only the beginning. The aliens will return, and we must be ready. The humans of Earth had once been mocked and dismissed, but now their presence in the galaxy was undeniable. Their preparation, intelligence, and courage had turned relic ships into powerful tools of defense. The aliens had learned a painful lesson. Humanity could not be underestimated. The story of this battle would spread, and the galaxy would begin to see Earth as a force to be reckoned with. Captain Hannah returned to the bridge, her officers gathered and ready for the next phase. Every human aboard the museum ships felt a sense of pride and accomplishment. They had faced ridicule and danger, but their unity and preparation had turned the tide. The humans of Earth had shown that strategy, courage, and ingenuity could overcome even the most powerful enemies. The alien fleet retreated into the distance, battered and broken, their arrogance shattered. The humans maintained vigilance, knowing that the war was far from over. Captain Hannah looked at her fleet, the relic ships shining in the starlight. They had survived, they had fought, and they had proven that Earth would not bow to any force in the galaxy. In the quiet aftermath, the humans reflected on their victory. Every ship, every crew member, every hidden weapon had played a part. The relic ships, once dismissed as museum pieces, had become symbols of resilience and strength. Humanity had taken the first steps in a war that would redefine their place in the galaxy. The story of this confrontation would be remembered, not as a battle between relics and invaders, but as a testament to the intelligence, courage, and unity of the human race. The alien fleet thought they had escaped the human surprise, but Captain Hannah knew it was time to reveal the full power of the relic warships. The ancient vessels, which had appeared harmless for so long, now pulsed with energy and readiness. Every crew member aboard the ships understood that the moment had come to show the galaxy the true strength of humanity. Lieutenant June moved quickly through the corridors, checking the energy cores and weapon systems. Everything is at full capacity, he reported over the comms. The relic ships are ready to strike. All defensive and offensive systems are operational. Hannah nodded, her eyes focused on the approaching alien fleet. The humans had waited for this exact moment, and their patience was about to pay off. Mincio, responsible for communications, coordinated signals across the fleet. Every ship received synchronized commands, ensuring that when the attack began, it would be unified and precise. Sung-ho, the tactical advisor, plotted attack routes and target priorities, making certain that each strike would hit where it would cause maximum disruption to the aliens' formations. The alien fleet had regrouped, believing they could resume their assault on Earth. They did not yet realize that their previous underestimation had put them in a trap. Admiral Kale, confident in his fleet's power, ordered an attack on what he thought were vulnerable human vessels. "Target the command ships first," he commanded. "Destroy them, and the rest will fall into chaos." His officers obeyed without hesitation, unaware of the hidden strength they faced. Captain Hannah issued her quiet command. "Activate the relics. Engage the hidden systems." Across the fleet, energy began to surge through the ancient ships. Shields glowed brightly, weapons hidden for centuries came online, and engines roared with newfound power. The humans had transformed what the aliens considered museum pieces into formidable war machines. The first wave of the alien attack approached, but the humans were ready. Energy shields absorbed the volleys of missiles and laser beams with ease, protecting the fleet from damage. The aliens' confidence wavered as they realized their weapons were having little effect. The humans, calm and precise, waited for the perfect moment to counterattack. Jiho activated the hidden weapon systems, and the relic ships responded with power the aliens could never have imagined. Energy beams fired from previously dormant turrets, striking key alien vessels with deadly accuracy. Explosions rocked the enemy fleet as human strategy and preparation turned the tide of battle. Captain Hannah directed the assault with precision. "Focus on the command ships and their leaders," she instructed. "Disable their communications and disrupt their coordination. The rest will follow in disarray." The human ships moved with synchronized efficiency, each attack carefully planned to maximize damage while minimizing risk to their own fleet. The alien fleet was thrown into chaos. Ships that had been confident and orderly moments before were now scattered and disabled. Admiral Kale shouted orders, but his commands could not reach the entire fleet. The humans had cut communications and disrupted their formations, leaving the aliens unable to recover. On the human side, Mincio monitored the battlefield, relaying updates to each ship. "Command ships disabled," she reported. "The enemy is in full retreat mode. Their formations are broken." Hannah responded, "Maintain pressure but do not overextend. We must ensure the aliens cannot regroup and attack again." Every human crew member worked in harmony, understanding the importance of discipline and coordination. Young pilots like Yuna and Heian navigated through the chaos, striking at isolated enemy vessels. Engineers in the corridors worked tirelessly to maintain power to the weapons and shields. Every member of the human fleet understood that their victory depended on unity and strategy. The alien fleet, battered and demoralized, began to retreat further. Admiral Kale realized the extent of his mistake. "They are far stronger than we imagined," he muttered. "These are not simple relics. They are powerful weapons. We must regroup and report back to the council." His officers reluctantly followed, understanding that the humans had gained the upper hand. Captain Hannah allowed the humans to maintain pressure, ensuring that the aliens could not recover quickly. The relic warships, once dismissed as museum pieces, now demonstrated their full power and strategic brilliance. Each ship moved with precision, striking where it would cause the most impact, showing the aliens the true cost of underestimating humanity. Lieutenant June checked the energy cores, ensuring that all systems remained stable despite the intense activity. "Weapons and shields are holding," he reported. Hannah nodded. "Good. Continue to monitor, but remain ready for any counterattack." The humans knew the battle was not yet fully over, but they had already demonstrated the superiority of their strategy and technology. The Alien Council received reports of the battle and was shocked by the human fleet's effectiveness. Ships that were expected to be weak had destroyed multiple alien vessels and disrupted their formations. The council members debated urgently, realizing that humanity could no longer be ignored or underestimated. Captain Hannah watched the retreating aliens, her expression calm but resolute. "We have shown them our strength," she said to her officers. "The galaxy will now see that humans are not to be mocked or dismissed. Every ship, every crew member, every relic vessel has proven our ingenuity and courage." Mincio and Sung-ho nodded in agreement, proud of their fleet and the role they had played. As the alien forces withdrew, the human fleet maintained vigilance. Shields remained active, weapons primed, and engines ready for any sudden movements. The crew worked diligently, ensuring that every ship was prepared for whatever came next. The relic ships, once considered historical artifacts, had now become symbols of Earth's strength and resilience. In the quiet moments between engagements, Hannah walked along the bridge, observing her crew. Engineers and pilots alike had performed flawlessly, demonstrating skill, courage, and dedication. Every human aboard the fleet had contributed to the success of the attack, proving that preparation and unity could overcome even the most powerful foes. Lieutenant June checked systems one final time. All energy reserves are stable. The fleet is ready for the next phase, he reported. Hannah nodded. We have proven our power today, but we must remain vigilant. The aliens will return, and we must be ready. The crew understood the importance of this statement, their focus unwavering. The alien fleet, having suffered significant losses and humiliation, retreated to their own territory. Humanity had proven that underestimation came with a steep cost. The relic warships had transformed from simple museum pieces into instruments of precision and power, demonstrating the ingenuity and resilience of Earth. Captain Hannah returned to the observation deck, looking at the stars with a sense of quiet pride. The humans had not only defended their planet but had also shown the galaxy that Earth's fleet could strike with precision, strategy, and overwhelming force. Lieutenant June joined her, smiling faintly. We have done well, he said. Hannah nodded, her expression resolute. Yes, but this is only the beginning. We must remain vigilant and prepared. The humans of Earth had faced ridicule and doubt for centuries, but now their presence in the galaxy was undeniable. Their preparation, intelligence, and courage had turned relic ships into powerful war machines. The alien forces had learned a harsh lesson. Humanity could not be underestimated. The story of this battle would spread, and the galaxy would come to respect and fear the ingenuity of Earth. Captain Hannah returned to the bridge, addressing her officers. Every ship, every crew member has done their part. We have defended Earth and shown our strength. Now we prepare for the challenges ahead. The relics have proven their worth, and humanity's place in the galaxy is secure. The crew responded with quiet determination, ready to face whatever lay ahead. As the day ended, the human fleet remained vigilant, their relic ships fully operational and prepared for the next encounter. Captain Hannah stood on the observation deck, looking out at the stars, confident in the strength and resilience of her crew. Humanity had survived, fought, and shown the galaxy that Earth's fleet, once mocked, was now a force to be reckoned with. Every ship, every weapon, and every human had contributed to this victory, and the legacy of the relic warships would endure for generations. The alien fleet had retreated, battered, and humiliated, leaving the humans with the victory they had long prepared for. Captain Hannah stood on the bridge of her flagship, gazing at the stars with calm pride. The relic warships, once dismissed as museum pieces, now glowed with the energy of their true power. The humans had proven that ingenuity, preparation, and courage could overcome the mightiest of adversaries. Lieutenant June moved among the crew, checking energy levels and weapon systems. All ships are operational, he reported. No major damage detected. The fleet is ready for anything. Hannah nodded. Every human aboard the ships felt a quiet sense of accomplishment. They had faced ridicule and doubt for years, yet now their skills, strategy, and determination had forced the galaxy to acknowledge their strength. Mincio coordinated communications between all vessels. Messages of victory and status reports were shared across the fleet. The alien fleet is scattered and retreating, Mincio said. We have disrupted their command, and they will not return easily. Hannah replied, Good, maintain vigilance but let the crew rest. Today we have made our mark on the galaxy. The crew moved with calm efficiency, performing repairs, replenishing energy, and ensuring all weapons and shields remained at full capacity. Haein and Mi-na, young pilots, checked their navigation systems and weapons, making certain that every ship was fully prepared for any potential counterattack. The humans knew that while the immediate battle was won, the war was not yet over. In the alien council, reports of the humans' victory caused a mix of shock and concern. Admiral Kale's officers struggled to comprehend how a fleet of so-called relic ships had inflicted such damage. "We underestimated them," Kale admitted. "These humans are not weak. They have strategy, technology, and courage beyond what we expected." The council began discussions on how to approach humanity in the future, acknowledging that Earth had earned respect and caution. Captain Hannah called a meeting with her officers. "Today, we have shown the galaxy that humans are not to be mocked," she said. "Our patience, preparation, and ingenuity have won this battle. But we must remain vigilant. The aliens will learn from this and may return in greater strength." Sung-ho, the tactical advisor, nodded. "Our strategy and coordination have proven effective, Captain. The fleet has performed flawlessly under your leadership." Hannah smiled faintly. "It is not my leadership alone. Every crew member has contributed to this victory. Humanity's strength is in our unity." Throughout the fleet, humans celebrated quietly, proud of their accomplishment yet mindful of the work ahead. Engineers continued repairs, pilots recalibrated weapons and navigation, and officers reviewed tactics to refine strategies for future encounters. The relic warships, long considered relics of the past, now symbolized the resilience and strength of Earth. Hannah moved along the corridors, observing the crew. Jiho, checking the energy cores, glanced up and smiled. "Captain, the systems are stable. The fleet is ready for anything." Hannah nodded, her expression calm and determined. She knew the humans had shown their power, but she also knew that maintaining readiness was crucial. Every crew member shared this understanding. On the observation deck, Hannah gazed out at the stars. The humans had defended their planet and shown the galaxy that Earth was not a weak or passive civilization. The alien fleet's retreat was proof that the human strategy, patience, and courage had worked. Mincio joined her, reporting on the status of the scattered enemy ships. "They are retreating rapidly, Captain. Their fleet is in disarray." Hannah nodded, knowing that their victory was complete for now, but that the lesson to the aliens would resonate for generations. As the humans monitored the alien retreat, they reflected on the battle and its meaning. Every member of the fleet had contributed to the success, from the young pilots who executed precise maneuvers to the engineers who maintained and powered the hidden weapons. The relic ships, symbols of history and culture, had become tools of survival and victory. The humans had turned what was once underestimated into a weapon of unmatched efficiency. The crew maintained vigilance while repairing minor damage. Yuna and Heian navigated through the fleet, performing system checks and ensuring readiness. Jiho and other engineers calibrated energy outputs and weapon systems, making certain that every relic ship remained at peak performance. The humans were proud, but they knew that maintaining preparation was as important as celebrating victory. Captain Hannah addressed the fleet over comms. "Today, humans have proven their strength and resilience. The galaxy has witnessed what Earth can do when united, patient, and prepared. Our relic ships are not just historical artifacts. They are symbols of our ingenuity and courage. Let us continue to protect our home and prepare for the future." The crew responded with calm determination, understanding the significance of her words. In the Alien Council, discussions continued. The leaders realized that the humans could no longer be ignored or underestimated. They debated strategies to engage with Earth in the future, acknowledging the humans' capability for both defense and precision attacks. Admiral Kale admitted to his officers, "We misjudged humanity. They are stronger than we imagined, and we must proceed with caution." The council's tone had shifted from mockery to respect, a victory of perception as well as combat. The human fleet continued its operations, moving information while remaining alert. Every crew member knew the importance of readiness. Repairs and adjustments were completed swiftly, and training exercises began anew. The humans were aware that the aliens might attempt a counterattack, but they were confident in their preparation and coordination. Captain Hannah walked along the bridge, observing her crew as they worked efficiently and confidently. Mincio monitored communications, Jiho checked systems, and Sung-ho coordinated tactical positioning. The humans had fought and won, but their unity and discipline ensured they remained prepared for any challenge that might come next. As the day drew to a close, the humans took a moment to reflect on their achievements. The relic warships, once dismissed as outdated and weak, had proven their worth. The aliens had learned a valuable lesson about underestimating Earth and its people. The humans had demonstrated that strategy, courage, and preparation could overcome even the most powerful adversaries. Captain Hannah and her officers gathered on the observation deck to watch the alien fleet disappear into the distance. "We have shown our strength," Hannah said quietly. "But this is only the beginning. The galaxy now knows that humanity is not to be mocked. We must continue to protect our home and remain vigilant." Her officers nodded, understanding the responsibility that came with victory. Throughout the fleet, humans went about their duties with pride and dedication. Engineers maintained the relic ships, pilots practiced maneuvers, and officers coordinated readiness. Every crew member understood that while the immediate threat had passed, the need for vigilance and preparation would never end. The victory had been hard-earned, but it was a testament to humanity's resilience and ingenuity. As the night passed in the quiet of space, Captain Hannah stood alone on the observation deck, watching the stars. She thought of the humans who had come before, those who had built and preserved the relic ships, and those who had trained for this moment. The fleet had succeeded because of them all. Earth had defended itself, and humanity had earned the galaxy's respect. The humans of Earth had faced mockery, doubt, and overwhelming odds. Yet, through careful planning, skill, and unity, they had transformed ancient museum ships into powerful instruments of defense. The aliens had learned a hard lesson. Never underestimate the ingenuity and courage of humanity. The relic warships stood as proof that even the oldest tools, when wielded by determined hands, could change the course of history. Captain Hannah returned to the bridge, confident that the fleet was secure. She addressed her crew one final time for the day. "Rest well, and remember that we have defended our home. The galaxy has seen the strength of humans and our relic ships. Tomorrow we continue to prepare, to train, and to ensure that Earth remains safe. Today we have earned our place among the stars." The crew responded with quiet determination, ready for the challenges ahead. The alien fleet, now far from Earth, carried the story of their defeat. Humanity's victory would be remembered throughout the galaxy, a testament to strategy, preparation, and courage. The humans of Earth had proven that underestimation came at a high cost, and that even relics could become the most powerful weapons in the hands of those who understood them. Captain Hannah watched the stars, thinking of the future. The humans had survived, they had fought, and they had won. The relic warships, once dismissed and mocked, now symbolized hope, strength, and ingenuity. Humanity had shown the galaxy that Earth would not bow to any force, and the story of this victory would endure for generations.